Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to episode number 24 of Fallout New Vegas. Last time we cleared up all three of all the nasty fiends in there. We saved a ranger and we, well, for one thing, killed all the fiends. It's the best fucking time ever because we were using this hunting shotgun we have here. It works pretty good, right? It was doing some good work against those fiends. We also obviously saved the civilians out of there, did a lot of good things. Pretty much finished up with Camp McCarran here, though. Did a lot of their stuff. We got Veronica here with us, reminding us that we got to do the Brotherhood of Steel. I am going to get to that at some point. Well, let's actually do that today. Let's do that today. We'll go to the Brotherhood of Steel stuff. We'll go introduce ourselves to the Brotherhood of Steel. We might not actually do their quest yet, but we'll go there. Obviously, this is the Brotherhood of Steel right here at the Hidden Valley. So we'll just try to fast travel to the NCR Correctional Facility, where from there we'll just take a short little walk over to the bunker. And we'll introduce ourselves to the Brotherhood of Steel. Obviously, this is a much easier way of doing this. Once Veronica, you complete the first part of Veronica's quest, and you're like, hey, yo, is the NCR still here, though, and pissed? Because I remember, they're still here and pissed. Please, Veronica, do not kill the NCR. For any reason, do not kill the NCR. If the NCR are mad, let them be mad. That's fine. But I just do not need them shooting at me anymore. I thought those guys would eventually get over it. They're seemingly not getting over it at all. It's just not good. We'll just continue to sneak out here, though. We'll be fine. So, yeah, the Brotherhood doesn't like guests. Obviously, as you see here, this being right next to the NCR Correctional Facility, where the Brotherhood of Steel bunker is located, you can go here pretty early on in the game. I don't recommend you go here early on in the game because it's a lot easier if you just get Veronica first and then come back with her, because you have to deal with a lot less bullshit. And, it's harder in every conceivable way to come here without Veronica. And it's just like wasting time, because Veronica's quest obviously involves you going to the bunker anyway. You get in there pretty much for free. You'll see that. There's some powder gangers over there. They shouldn't be messing with me, though. They don't really care. I'm on their side. I helped them take over Good Springs as well as at the correctional facility. That's why the NCR at this particular correctional facility are pissed off at me. I'm liked right now by the NCR. If I look at my my status, the NCR ranking is liked. We'll get up there to idolize with them, though. That's my plan anyway, because we might end up pissing them off. And then if you get all the way up to idolize somebody, even if you piss them off as much as you possibly can, they still aren't going to hate you. You'll just get like neutral. You'll be right in the middle, because the maximum hate and maximum like will equal neutral, right? That's how that works. So got 50 quests or 50 locations marked, 50 out of 50. Hidden Valley discovered. Bam. So this is obviously where the Brotherhood of Steel bunker is. We're going to go find it here. There's two little scorpions here, so that's not anything that's a problem at all. I believe we got to our gun skill up to 100, so we do have our gun skill up to 100. Even though scorpions really ain't nothing to be worried about, I'm going to use my anti-material rifle, because I forgot that I could use this thing now that we got 100 guns. So there should be scorpions right around here. We'll use the anti-material rifle, and we could, just rack them up with this. Oh, there's one right there. There's a scorpion. He sees me. Hello, scorpion. I missed, actually. That's not good. I want to show this gun off. I'm missing so bad. This is why I use shotguns, because I don't have to aim as much. There we go. Completely destroyed in one shot. These are little tiny scorpions, and I'm shooting with one of the most powerful guns in the game. Not going to waste the rest of my ammunition for that. Going back to my hunting shotgun, because I just love this thing too, though. If there is any more. There's usually two, but there can be one, I guess. I hear the music getting creepy on me still, like there is more combat to be had around here. But I don't think there is. So I think we're going to be fine. We'll just head up into the Brotherhood of Steel bunker. It's right here. Nothing to be worried about at all. We'll just head right up in here and introduce ourselves. You're like, hello, seclusion motherfuckers in here. Seclusive, hideaway technology hoarder motherfuckers. I came here with Veronica, so you don't actually hate my guts the first time I come here. Because they're pretty mad at you that you come here. They're not going to kill you or anything. I'm not like that. I'll spoil that, I guess. You can come here, and I encourage you to try, because that's what kind of this whole stuff's about. Veronica's got this, though, so we'll just wait for her to do that. Hello, Veronica. You go ahead, get that door open for me. Because if you don't have Veronica, you obviously need some other stuff to get in here. You want to do it the hard way.
A large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
So, Veronica and the Brotherhood of Steel in general, the rest of them, they don't have like the nicest relationship. Like, she like messes with them, but then again, she doesn't really like the way the Brotherhood is going. She's been verbal about her disdain for the direction that they're going, and she thinks they're gonna run themselves in the ground. So that's what we're doing here. We're gonna try to figure out something to do with that. But first and foremost, we gotta meet Ramos, Security Chief Ramos. He's in charge of security.
I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Okay, so that's Security Chief Ramos done, and we got the quest Still in the Dark, which is the actual Brotherhood of Steel quest. Obviously, we're here on the quest for Veronica instead, and that is I Could Make You Care. Go with Veronica to talk to the Brotherhood of Steel Elder at Hidden Valley. So that's what we're here for. That's what we originally came here for. But the Brotherhood obviously has their own quest here. It's kind of a long-winded quest. If you want to do it that way, I'm going to do it the simple, easy way, and we'll get to that when we get to it. But first and foremost, let's just take... Well, the Elder wants to talk to us anyway. These guys are shooting their guns off right now, and it's actually quite loud in my ears. Yeah, the shooting range is just super fucking loud in my ears. Holy cow. But yeah, so Veronica wants to talk to the Elder. And she wants to, I guess, talk to him about whatever she wants to talk to him about. And we'll take care of that. The Elder's right through here. I've done this many times before, so I know exactly where I'm going. This place can be a little bit confusing, though, but once you get used to the layout, it should be fine. Here we go. This is Elder here. This is the Elder of the Brother. He's in charge of this particular group of the Brotherhood of Steel. And his name is Elder McNamara, so we'll see what Veronica has to say to him.
Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Alright, we'll do. I want to talk to the Elder first here real quick. I introduce myself. Hello, I am the courier lady. Nice to meet you. Please don't shoot me in the face because I'm not one of you.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Sure, I'll help you. They said I'm allowed to leave and stuff, but I don't know, Brotherhood. You guys are kind of sketchy, so I'll just help you just because, you know, that's cool. It's better than saying I have better things to do. I'll help you guys, whatever. What's up? I'll help you. Came here for Veronica, but I'll help the Brotherhood out, right?
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
I'll begin looking immediately. I'll look for your missing people, okay? Even though you're in lockdown and you sent people out, but whatever. No one else can go out to look for them because you're in lockdown, but I can because I'm an outsider, and I guess I'll be useful to you so you don't want to shoot me in the face.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
So we're now allowed to buy stuff from the Brotherhood of Steel. We got a cool little map over here. Obviously, we got a few things important on this map. So that's the rockets where Jason Bright was. You got the bear here. That's camp. What is it? Not camp. It's the place where we just came from. Oh my god. Anyway, you know, NCR's here. This is Vegas. This is the Boomers. And this is Caesar? No, this is the dam. This is the dam right here. Caesar's technically down here, but he's like way off the map, so he'd be over here. So this is the things they're keeping track of. They also got this site here on their radar. I think that's... Is that Black Mountain? It could be Black Mountain. I don't know. You may not know what I'm talking about because I haven't been to Black Mountain yet. We're going to talk to Veronica, though, about obviously what she thinks about what McNamara said to her. He's not being very nice exactly about it. Veronica, you want to talk? There you
I'd
go.
slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through head scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well.
So what now? What are we going to do now, Veronica? What do you want to do with your life?
I'm not giving up. He wants evidence, but he'll never go looking for it. He's scared I'm right. He'll never listen unless I hold the proof right in front of his face.
So we got to find proof. What is it you're trying to accomplish? Like, find some proof? What kind of proof? What are we doing?
That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers or the Legion's. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members.
How would you propose to do that?
Look at the followers of the Apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient. That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide.
You think the Elder will listen at all?
He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it.
What can we bring him that would change his mind?
I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that get his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea.
Father Elijah?
Our elder before McNamara. He had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it.
Alright, well, let's head out. So we gotta find some piece of technology that will convince McNamara to change his mind about the Brotherhood's policies, like the whole lockdown thing, like actually let people out, be more like the followers of the Apocalypse, the group of doctors over in Freeside, and allow people to kind of like spread the word about how good they are, and they attract new talent, and they get more doctors and stuff. The Brotherhood could do that except for with new members, new soldiers, new people for their army, get bigger and expand and be this huge force because they have the knowledge and technology that would allow them to do that, but they're just not taking advantage of it right now. According to Veronica, obviously, this is obviously just Veronica's opinion. If it's factual, that depends on your interpretation of it, and that determines how you act. So let's head out for right now.
I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
But we have a few more conversations. As soon as we go back through this doorway over here, we're going to have a couple people talk to us, and we'll just see what they have to say, because there's some interesting options up here.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
So, this is Head Paladin Hardin. He's in charge of the Paladins, the main militant force of the Brotherhood. Obviously, there's the Scribes, which is like the learning things force and keep retaining knowledge. But he thinks that McNamara is a problem. And Veronica kind of thinks McNamara is a problem. Like, McNamara is not listening. He's not allowing them to go out. So, sure, what are we going to do about McNamara?
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
Well, we could ask, what about Veronica? She seems to come and go as she pleases.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well. And all in the name of security. Which is why we need to replace him.
It does sound like you do need to replace him. He's not letting anybody out. There's people who have never actually seen live combat. Soldiers for your army who's just trained in simulations their entire life because they've been in lockdown for so fucking long. That's bananas. That's crazy. So how do you propose we do that, Head Paladin Harden? How do we get rid of Elder McNamara?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
I will see what I can do. It sounds like a good option, right? This is the option that I'm going to be going with in the future. But obviously you can do it McNamara's way. It's just a lot longer, like 3 to 4 times longer to do it McNamara's way. So I'm going to do it the simple, easy way and put a new Elder in charge. I'll see what I can do. It's still going to take some time, clearly, right? It's not just like a nothing quest, but it's a lot easier still. I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Alright, so he's still here. We could talk to him right now.
Have you discovered anything?
We could tell him right now the Elder has been looking for the Lost Patrols and retrieving their mission discs.
Yes. I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for some time. He took it very personally when they first went missing. That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able to deal with the potential loss of his men. It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on standard patrols, which don't need them. Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. If you should find any on the lost patrols, let me know.
Alright. So if we find the discs, the holotapes, the mission discs, whatever, that the Brotherhood has on them, if we can find them that are dead and we find their discs or whatever, they could be alive for all we know, right? But if they're dead and they have discs, we bring them to Paladin Harden first and then to McNamara. So we'll do that. I'm just going to say time for me to go.
Later.
Alright. We have these people here who are pissed off at my existence for even being here.
Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
In your drills.
Yeah, she's all pissed off, blah, 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 blah. I'm here, I'm an outsider, da, 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 da.
Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
That's very true, Veronica. Some of the Brotherhood still are very much assholes. But this is the scribe room. This is the data store. So we can look up information here. But the data store is currently a little bit fucked. Can we talk to Ibsen yet? Yes.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is.
Something wrong?
Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment.
Why's that?
One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it.
Why aren't there any patrols anymore?
Oh, there are patrols, just not exploratory ones. We've been in a state of lockdown for, well, let's just say it's been a while. The only time anyone gets to go topside is guard duty, or to gather provisions. Other than that, it's steel walls and fluorescent lights for us.
That's horrible. It does sound like they're being in prison, right? They're imprisoned by their own... The part of the Brotherhood, which is crazy, which is why I want to replace the Elder, right? Harden has assured me that things will be better. The lockdown will be lifted if there's a new elder, and that's what I'm gonna work on. That sounds horrible, though.
Nah, it's not so bad. The world outside isn't exactly a paradise, you know? Still, you can only breathe recirculated air for so long. We've got more than a few people in here who are going a little stir-crazy.
What kind of information is in the data store?
Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest.
So about the virus.
Yes, did you have an idea that might help us?
With a size of 70, can the virus's files be partitioned so read access is only provided by the kernel administrator? So this is a little mini game we're going to play, and it's kind of annoying. But to stop the virus, you have to go to terminals when he says to, and find the virus that's in 3 terminals. And you have a certain amount of time to do this. If you don't find all 3, then it resets, and they could be in any terminal again. If we pass the science check here, if we find a virus in a terminal, it'll be locked there, even after we reset. So we have essentially infinite time instead of just like small little windows to find all the viruses. So this is nice and easy. Can the virus's files be partitioned so read access is only provided by the kernel administrator? Stop talking like a nerd. Let's just get into it.
What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move.
I'll give it a try then.
Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
Alright, so wait for his signal. He's going to go to a particular terminal.
Oh, it's you, Veronica.
Okay, Ibsen, you get on that terminal. It could be on his terminal as well. We'll show this game off here. This little mini game the game wants you to play. He's going to say it's gone, and the virus will jump from the computer. It could still technically be on his computer, though.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
So, boom, as soon as it's done, you check his terminals. You see these things, access data store. If it's all this junk, the virus is not there, back out quickly. Go to all the other terminals here, and you're going to want to find the ones that say sticking partition virus. So that one's stuck there permanently. That's 1 out of 3 found. So if we just find these other ones, sometimes they're close by. This is not, so that doesn't have any. And there's so many terminals in here that you can't ever access all of them in the amount of time they normally give you. We're probably going to run out of time at least once, but with the fact that we can have the pass that science check, it should be a lot easier. Yep, there's the second one already. Partition virus. Let's see, is the third one here? We could get it the first try. They're pretty bananas. No, okay, that's not it. Let's walk around here. 10 seconds, as you hear. So this is really, really hard and really, really annoying if you don't have that speech or that science check. I've done it before without the science check, and it's like it takes like an hour. You're just like sitting there fucking around. It's like, god damn, this is pretty bananas. All right, not there. It's okay, because even if it resets, like we said, we already got 2 of them. Not that one. One more. If I can get one more terminal before it's over. One more. There we go. Access data store. Not here either. We're not going to be able to get the other terminals in time, probably.
We might have had it that time.
All right, so it's jumped. Ibsen, let's try again.
Do you want to try isolating the virus?
Yes, I did.
All right. I'll monitor when it jumps.
Yes. You monitor when it jumps. You'll say go. I look at all these terminals. So the virus is on this computer already, right? We have this access data store. No, it's not there. I thought I had that stuck there already. One of these, right? Like I got 2 of them. Check partition. Okay, so that one's partitioned. This one's not. I don't know where the other one is. Actually, I'm just gonna find them until I find them all. He'll say go in a second though. Go. Find which terminals it went in. Blah 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 blah. Is there a virus here? No, there's not. This game can get a little bit annoying. I might cut it out if it starts turning a little bit long, because it's just trial and error, right? It's just simply just go to terminals. There's no pattern to it. There's no way you could ever possibly know which terminals it actually in. Okay, the partition's already in that one. All right, so which ones can it be? Which ones do we have left? This one? Did we check? I thought we checked all these. Oh yeah, because it could jump now. It could be at any of them. Because we missed some of them. It could technically, the last one gets to jump around. He can be at any terminal now. So we gotta check all of the ones that we know it's not partitioned at already. So there's a couple options here. So we'll just try to hopefully find it. And like I see, as you can see, this gets a little bit annoying because it's gonna take us at least multiple tries. We're at 2 right now. Maybe check one more terminal in time. There we go. Boom. Check the terminal. Do you have a virus? No, you don't. So it could be anywhere. It's jumped. It could have been this terminal or this terminal. We already partitioned off of that one. See, that's the annoying thing about this. We'll try one more time.
Do you want to try isolating the virus?
Yes, I did. We only need to find one more though, so it's not like it's rocket science. But that's even make it harder because we've locked down 2 terminals. This one here, and like this one. Was it this one over here? This one has a virus on it. No, this is just data store. Okay. So let's just remember which ones are locked down. This one is. This one's locked. No, this one's not locked down. Okay, so this one I'm so sorry, man. This is why this game gets fucked up. Okay, so it just doesn't let us look at it. Where's the partition ones? This one has a partition on it, right? Check partition, and then like that one over there, I think. So it could be any of these other ones. It's pretty complicated.
The virus just
Virus jumped. Let's check this terminal. Just hits real quick. No, not that one.
Which terminals it went to?
I'm going right now. This game is not very fun. If you start to see that lettering, it's obviously the wrong terminal, right? Like if it's just random gibbery jabberish letters, that's just a virus terminal. The virus is stuck there. You can't trap it there. You can't get rid of it. So it's not useful to look at. You just keep moving on. I'm gonna find it this time. Eventually, I'm just gonna get lucky enough. And that's the thing. I don't approve of this thing as conduct because it's like based purely on luck, and you have a luck set in this game, but you can't even like use that to your advantage. It doesn't make it more likely to find it. It's just like keep going until you randomly do. This is still not it. Okay, keep going. We got a couple more terminals around here we can check. Please, 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 please. Please be a virus on here so I could just trap it and be done with this quest already. I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, not that one. One more like left to check even. Like this one. I thought we already had this one proven. Access data store. Hope you found the other two hosts yet. Partition virus. Fucking thank Christ. Okay, that's it. Boom, done. Virus.
Got it. The virus has been purged.
Virus has been purged. Sweet.
You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right?
So let's just get in the data store. We just need to access the data store real quick, and we can find some information here, maybe, about the boy. We can only find information at the bunker right now. Blah, 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 blah. None of this is important, but we need this open anyway, and I was down here, so I figured I'd get it done. Because now, we're going to go... This is a lot of walking in this quest. We're going to go talk to... That's the elder, so this way. Okay. We got to go talk to Ramos, the security chief. This is actually completely the wrong way. I went around the back way. Okay, I went around the back way, so this is the thing. No, this is not the elder. This is the other way. So, we go this way... Cut back through here. We gotta go back to talk to Ramos. Be like, Ramos, has an elder ever got kicked out for anything? Like, stop being elder for anything. And then he'll give us access to a part of the data store we could look at that will tell us something relevant to that. To tell us a story about an elder who got kicked out for something. And then something relevant that we can use, me and Head Paladin Harden can use to get McNamara. I'm getting lost and confused already. But then we have to walk all the way back up to him, tell him that information, because whatever the thing is something that we need his more insight from Ramos on. And then we finally go back and tell Head Paladin Harden. But let's talk to Ramos here.
Presence here. Let's just say it's highly irregular. Outsiders aren't even allowed to know that our bunker's here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful.
What would an elder have to do to get kicked out?
So, you've been talking to Harden, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Harden. There have been only a few cases of elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it.
Alright, so now we go back down to the data store and we look at, hey, yo, when has the elders got kicked out for? And there's some interesting stories in there, right? Like, the Brotherhood, I think, is one of the most interesting places in terms of lore in Fallout universe. The Brotherhood kind of exists in every Fallout game, and they're a big part of every Fallout game. They have a major kind of impact on the way the game goes, depending on the game, obviously, and depending on who you choose to work with and stuff. And, you know, obviously, there's many times where you could just kill the Brotherhood outright and just be done with them. But what we're going to do is we're going to help them out here somewhat by getting them a new leader. So we can access the data store now. We have a new option, Elder Dismissal Incidents. We can look at, there's 3 reports here. There's only 3 in Brotherhood history where an Elder has been dismissed. So let's see this first one here. I accidentally skipped it. Let's go in here. Let it be recorded on this day. Raymond Lorne was dismissed from his post as Elder for committing the crime of murder. Brother Lorne was known to have a hostile feelings toward the victim's senior scribe, Ritter. The guilty party insists that Ritter's death was a tragic case of friendly fire. The bunker was under attack at the time, but the tribunal felt that they could not let him persist as Elder with such suspicions hanging over him. So obviously he killed somebody, that he got kicked out for that. I don't think McNamara's killed anybody, so I don't think we have him on that. What about number 2? Be it known that from this day, Kenneth Jones shall no longer bear the title of Elder. Brother Jones has willfully gone against the chain that binds and has been forced to step down. Head Paladin Linquist succeeds him as Elder. So, whatever this chain that binds happens, the Elder broke the chain that binds, whatever that means. You have to go talk to Ramos again and see what the chain that binds means. Whatever that means seems to be important to the quest and how we might be able to get him. Let's see what the third one is, just in case, though. Let the record show that I have stood witness to the dismissal of David James from the post of Elder. Brother James was charged with destroying an unknown device recovered from a recent expedition. The purpose and function of this device remains unknown, and Brother James has thus far proven unwilling to discuss the matter with anyone. So, somebody destroyed some technology. You're not allowed to destroy technology in the Brotherhood of Steel, especially because they didn't know what it was. Like, maybe if they knew what it was, they'd be like, alright, it's garbage, throw it away. But he just destroyed something without asking anybody, so apparently you get kicked out for that. Kicked out of being in charge for that. You gotta be all about the technology, man, if you want to be a part of the Brotherhood. It's just the rules, man. And that's pretty crazy. But we gotta figure out what the chain that binds means. And hopefully that will allow us to have some kind of way to kick McNamara out. I don't know for sure if that's a possibility or not. But we'll have to see. We have to head up into here, talk to Ramos again. Hello, Ramos. Hello.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with?
Tell me, what is it? One of the data store entries mentioned the chain that binds. What is that exactly?
That's an old principle that's been around since the Brotherhood was founded. It basically means that you have to obey a superior officer. It's pretty much common sense, but it gets invoked a lot when people get pissy about following orders. If you're curious, I'll give you access to the data store entry on it. You'd probably be the first to read it in years, if not decades.
Alright, so we gotta go back down to the data store, learn about chain that binds. But as he said, it's essentially about listening to the chain of command, the chain that binds. So if the Elder gives you an order, you follow the order. That's what the chain that binds means. It's not that complicated. And so the Elder would have to not follow an order to not be Elder anymore, by that logic. But if you go look at the data store, maybe there'll be something in there that would be interesting to like elaborate on it. Because like Ramos said, no one's accessed this data in years and decades because they just follow the chain that binds. They're just like, all right, yeah, I follow I follow my orders essentially, right? I listen to my boss and I do what they say. But let's see if we can find anything interesting in here. So, chain that binds. The chain that binds is the cornerstone of our organization, the rock that supports the great tree of the Brotherhood and its myriad branches. It holds that one. Orders will flow from high down through the ranks. An order from a superior must always be obeyed, and that their wisdom must be carried out without hesitation. So, if a superior gives you an order, you have to do it because they're wiser than you. That's why they're, a higher rank. So on and so forth. Pretty simple so far. That's what the idea we got. But there's a second part here. Part 2. Orders are to observe the flow and not skip ranks. A superior may only give orders those to his direct subordinates and not to those beneath them. In this way, harmony of intent and cohesion of thought is maintained. So, part of the Brotherhood of Steel's rules is that McNamara can't skip the chain that binds. He can't give orders to people not directly under his command. So he commands Head Paladin Hardin because he's in charge of the Paladins, and the Head Paladin will command all the other Paladins to do something. McNamara will tell the Head Scribe to do something, and the Head Scribe will tell all the other Scribes to do something, but he can't directly interfere with that message path thing, otherwise things will get messed up and twisted. They didn't use language like that, but that's what he's essentially applying. And like, okay, so things will get weird if you just let it go on like that. So what we'll have to do here is we'll have to go up and go. No, we have to. We go tell. I went the wrong way. We gotta go tell. I'm so used to that question. It's like go back to talk to Ramos, come back. All right, now we're back in here. We gotta go talk to the Head Paladin Hardin and let him know the information that we found about the chain that binds and see if we can somehow use that against McNamara in order to be able to kick him out as Elder. Here's Hardin here. You sleeping and wake the fuck up, motherfucker.
What is it, outsider? Have you discovered anything?
Do you know anything about the chain that binds?
I could hardly call myself Head Paladin if I didn't. It's one of the first things every initiate learns when they start training. What about it?
one of the few times an elder was dismissed was due to it.
I could be wrong, but I think that's a dead end. McNamara's always followed orders, and we've been incommunicado since fleeing Helios.
Did you know there's a second part of it?
Second part? What are you talking about?
It says, a superior is not allowed to give orders to the men under his subordinate.
That is the standard procedure, yes. For example, McNamara gives orders to head scribe Taggart, who then relays further orders to the scribes. I wasn't aware that failing to do so was punishable, however. Interesting. If we can just find an instance where McNamara went around someone and gave orders to their subordinates, we'll have him.
Alright, so that's what we have to do. But first we're going to have to find those discs, because that's maybe surrounded. We have a super sledge here. There's some pretty cool shit in here. You also have some power armor. We can't just take the power armor, though, because you can't equip power armor in this game until you get trained in it. The wink wink, there's a reason we're doing the Brotherhood of Steel. And we'll get to that when we get to it. But for now, let's just head out. And we'll be doing the quest next time. The quest that McNamara sent us on to go get the... Well, hopefully not just go get the mission tapes or whatever that the soldiers had. Hopefully they're alive and we can go get those guys. Spoiler alert, they're dead. I didn't leave a long window in there. Sorry if I spoiled it for you. But we're gonna have to go collect those hollow discs next time, and we'll see if that has any relevant information. And we'll just have to keep doing what McNamara says until we find something that shows him breaking the chain that binds, and him giving commands to people under him, so on and so forth. So we'll be doing that next time. We'll obviously start the quest. If you look at our world map here, Still in the Dark is still the quest that we're on. We'll go around here. There's one right here at the Repcon headquarters, and one over here by the Boomers at the Dallas Air Force Base. So we'll go to those two things next time, and then come back and turn him in. We'll give him the head paladin first, Harden, and then we'll give him to McNamara if he becomes relevant, because we never know what the situation is going to be, so on and so forth. We'll see what happens. The Brotherhood is pretty interesting and intriguing as it is anyway. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm currently having fun playing, doing the Brotherhood stuff. Brotherhood's some of my favorite stuff in Fallout games. I usually like playing with them and stuff, or like playing with, that's no homo. I really like having the ability to have them in my games, and I like the interesting aspects they bring to every game that they're in, because they're kind of different in every game, because like every group of them is different and they do different things differently, but they kind of follow the same basic moral codes and guidelines and rules and stuff. But yeah, so what we're gonna do here is we'll call it a video for today, and next time we'll go out and get all those things, and then we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode here today, though. I really would like if you liked it, because that makes me feel good about myself and all that good stuff. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you can check more videos from me, and pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, wherever it may be, and I'll see you in the next episode.